This is another way to practice with whole, half, quarter, and eighth. And so I've given myself some staffs and some measures. If you're counting, 1, 2, 3, 4 measures, right? And so this is a place where you can kind of practice, you can set yourself up with 4 measures or more if you want to. It's your choice, your freedom to practice, as much of this as you can or want to or have time. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put a whole note. I'm assuming I'm in 4/4 time because I'm really practicing drawing notes and putting the right number of notes in a measure. And the thing I will notice first is here, that's a whole note. I can't put any more notes in that measure because that whole note lasts the whole measure, all 4 counts, right? It has to go all the way to the end. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to practice a couple of half notes. And you notice I say a couple of half notes. I'm going to put them on the line. See that? And maybe I'll put another one on another line down low, right? We're really just practicing drawing the thing so we get used to drawing them and making it readable, okay? I can't put any more half notes in that measure. Why? 2 half notes is 4 counts. It's 4 counts, and we're kind of assuming that we're in 4/4, right? All right. I didn't draw the whole beginning staff because that's really not what I'm doing. I'm counting. I'm practicing drawing notes. Okay, but I can't put any more because there's first half note lasts 1 and 2. Second half note lasts count 3 and 4. So we can't put any more there. Okay, so since I put half notes there, I'm probably going to put quarter notes over here, huh? It's all pretty predictable. And so I'll put this first quarter note, I'll put it in a space, draw a nice stem. Don't make the stem too long or too short. Make it, make it readable. Make it, don't make it look like chaotic, right? I'll put this next note in on a line. There we go. And now this note, I'm going to put down here in this space. And because it's below the center line, I'm going to make the stem go up. That's all. And I'll do the same thing with this one. Right? And that center line and what comes before and after it is kind of your guide for which direction the stem goes. There's no upside down notes. Right? It's just, that's the direction it goes. And the stem usually kind of points towards the center line, no matter where you are. And if it's on the center line, it belongs to usually the note that comes before it. Sometimes the note that comes after it, but that's basically what it is. And then here we got to have some eighth notes. And eighth notes, remember, you got to draw them kind of small. Ready? So let's start. I'll start down here. So because I'm below the center line, I'll go up. And I'll do 2 of them that are the same note. Right? And then these, I'll put them in the next space. And because they're above the center line, I'll make the stems go down, right? And then these 2 I'll put on the center line, and they'll match the ones that come before it. Okay. This makes it easier to read. And this last group, I'll put way down here. See how I beam them together? You've got to be careful that your beams don't conflict with the staff lines, right? And so this is count 1, 2, 3, 4, right? It goes all the way to the end of the measure, right? This is count 1, 2, this is count 3, 4, and they go all the way to the end of the measure, yeah? And here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, that second eighth note in every pair has to have something, right? It's not just a blank space. So I use just a little and symbol, and it's kind of a weird way to do it, but I draw kind of a number 3 and a line through it. And that kind of means and to a lot of people. So if you're counting them, you might say 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And that's just to keep you from, that's what we call subdividing, and keep you from going too fast or too slow to make sure you're keeping a very steady beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So there we are. We have 4 measures, a 4/4 time, a whole note, whole measure, half notes, 2 half notes, 1 measure, 4 quarter notes, 1 measure, 8 eighth notes, 1 measure. Okay, there we are, whole, half, quarter, 8 again.